guys, we're out here in the Cobra and got the Marauder set up for a few different things. Here I'm just gonna evaluate some things on the tune one last time before we go to the next step, and we'll see how everything goes. Alright, as usual, she always feels pretty good. Man, those A arms did a good job. Makes a nice little noise. What's going on, guys? Mr. 85 here, and finally those BMR front A arm control arms came in. These pieces are very solid. I swear they're just as solid as can be. They've got double grease points, and the other grease point and the castle nut safety pin are attached to this little baggie on the side. I'll put them on here for a grease zerk fitting, and they come with brand new ball joints and hardware. They don't come with the hardware for the back, and that was something I noticed, but no big deal. I'm actually excited to get these installed in the car. Also got some of these energy suspension, the sway bar end links, and that was because the sway bar end links on here are shot. They've been shot for a while, and it's time to get some new ones on there. As well as for the Cobra sway bar, got some poly for that area also. Just make everything in the suspension up front a little more solid. So anywho, we're gonna get to start and install this on the Cobra, the white Cobra, and as you know, the green Cobra here to my other side also is gonna get in a front suspension change all the way around, and that we haven't gotten those parts in yet. I'm trying to get a few other things with the Marauder in this car out of the way before we get started on that. And hey, I'm ready to install these parts, so we're gonna get down to it. So as you know, it's time to get these parts on the car. I'm going to go ahead and take this these wheels off, get everything jacked up, and we're going to get it in position. Always good to have the thing on you. Now I'm going to get the jack stand under there in a moment. I just want to look over the suspension, see the condition that it's been in. Everything looks okay. Still got those coning oranges out there, and the brakes seem to be alright. I'm going to remove the brakes here soon and remove the hubs as well as those control arm positions, and some of this stuff I'm going to have to cut out. So since I have to cut some stuff out anyway, I'm just going to get right on into it and start moving some of those components off the top end slowly. She's so solid, she's gonna want to keep leaning forward. That whole assembly. See, I could take just this part off, but I'm gonna take the entire bracket off so I can pull the rotor. Alright, loose. That loose. Entire assembly off. Should all lift off of there like so. Let's see. Yep, there we go. Entire assembly is out. Looking at things here, I may need to do some brake pads in due time. Go figure, just like with anything else, you always got to do some other kind of work. I'm gonna go ahead and stow that up there. Don't want that to fall on me. I'll take these rotors off next. Now, these rotors are probably on here good because the car is always just like Lil Wayne. Let's give it a few wraps. Let's see what we get. Don't hit the face of the rotor if you can help it. So, let me see. Yeah, she ain't gonna budge. Probably gonna need a little PB blast. There we go, got that turned. I'll give you a little more room for a good angle, and then we'll give this a shot again. All these parts are going to be stuck on pretty good. I can already see that. And just like that, you shall be released. Alright, now that I am down to this part, what we're going to want to do is we're going to actually want to prop the suspension up. We're also going to have to cut off the end link because that end link is frozen and would not come off, and that can just be lobbed right off of the whole assembly period. The bushings, of course, for front steering are gone. There is nothing left of those. They're literally crumbling out of their little hole. So the car will appreciate having new ones. We'll move the jack under this, and that will give us a good angle to go ahead and unbolt the rest of everything from it. It's probably a 15 also. Hey, look at that, 15. Let the impact do her thing here. The thing, once again. There we go. That part is off, loosened up. And here comes those old bushings and shit. I'm gonna give one wrap. Or 5 or 6 wraps. Anywho, got that off. Don't want to push up on it or put too much tension. Just want to bring the jack, bam, snug right up to it. With the jack snugged up to it, I'll probably need to get a crescent wrench, and then we can pull the rest of that off without a problem. Yep. Gonna need that, especially with an impact. Be careful for your ABS sensor wire. You don't want to crush that. I'm going to press up against it and then let it run its way out. Alright guys, so we got the suspension installed, and we've got the A-arms, we've got the end links I'm finalizing, we've got bushings on the sway bar. Of course the conies were already in here, those are very low miles, they were put in brand new. Brakes are back in place, and the spring is in the perch. A lot of that footage was missed because GoPros always die very early. The last things I've got here at this point is just to get everything tightened down, and we should be able to go for a test drive on her after this. Also going to grease all the grease points and install the grease zerk on this side as well. That's going to be needed if we expect to get anything running efficiently here. Alright, so only want to run this down where it needs to be. This car needed end links for a while. It's needed them for years, actually. And the other ones are permanently stuck on the A arms, which is weird. I've never seen them permanently stuck before. I don't even know if they're like aftermarket or what, but hey, as long as we can get something installed, it's a good day. We've got 3 grease points on each A arm, so I'm gonna take a field trip down here, make sure we're squirting some grease there. Oh yeah, get that cleared up, and let's see where we can go. We got our first one plugged in. Now let's start pumping. I don't think these were pre-greased. Of course, I saw some grease in them, but not a lot. So we want to go ahead and pump, pump, pump until we get those pumped up properly. Seems I've run out again. Reloading. It's like Call of Duty, but Call of Goopy at this point. Alright, let's see what we can get done with this. And this is why I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a racer trying to go fast and a tuner. Go in. There we go. Now we're back where we need to be. I think she's reset, which means I should be able to continue. Alright, we're gonna plug this in again. We're gonna try this one more again. Oh yeah. I feel it now. These are just taking all the grease. I don't even know how many shots of grease the thing needs. I'm probably gonna end up having to get another tube of grease because it's taking so many shots. Oh no, I see it creeping out the other ends now, which means I should be sufficient. I like it. You always want to clean your grease fittings after you have done your install. You don't want those just running around without being cleaned because they'll pick up all kinds of dirt and debris. That's debris for you guys that didn't understand that joke. Alright. We're here. Let's hit this last girl over here and then we go to the other side. Okay. We want to make sure our suspension is well greased. Now, want to clean up all those grease points. There we go. You're clean. You're clean. And you are clean too. Don't want that picking up highway dirt. It's still going to get a little dirt and it'll be dirty just naturally. But we want those to be fitted in and sealed from the weather, water, and any dirt intrusion, because that's important. Okay. And we'll just knock out the other side and we will be all done. We'll just have to put the wheels back on and hey, she'll look how she's supposed to. Then we'll get some road tests and we'll go into the shop for a laser alignment. The laser alignment is important because the geometry of the suspension has changed, especially from the last alignment with the old bushings and the old worn parts, because those are all OEM parts. Hell, once we get all that knocked out, then it'll be all she wrote. So with that said, we're gonna get everything in and we're going to get a road test out of her in a short time here. So, just driving around here, still finishing up a road test. That's seeing fan positions. That's seeing fan speeds, making sure everything works properly. She feels wonderful. I've got no complaints out of this car whatsoever. All you gotta do is just basically make sure everything runs correct and she'll treat you good. Air fuels are looking correct. Car seems to be compensating for all the different conditions properly like I need it to. I'm liking everything I see. Car's driving pretty good. Got a few more tweaks like I was saying before to make. Nothing huge. Once I get those tweaks knocked out, then I'll be able to send her on fully, and we'll get to the Marauder full in, get that supercharger knocked out. It's actually what I'm going ahead and doing right now while I'm driving around. Let's go to one of my boys, see if we get scheduled for that welding job that we got to do. Once I get that welding job done on the oil pan, then I'll be able to put the supercharger on for the oil return line, and we'll be good to go. So that's actually one of the different things that I am trying to get done. Just hadn't gotten to that point yet, you know. And we'll see if we can get it scheduled here right quick. And shit, that'll be all she wrote. But I am loving how the Cobra feels. The only other thing she needs besides little suspension tweaks is, damn, she really could use a, what would you call it? A paint job?